second episode on social media. Our mics don't work, but I don't know. I just thought it would be fun to use them because why not? Because it's a little podcast, right?
Hold on. Yep.
Yeah. So, and we have a little special guest. You weren't aware. Little Mackie Mac, little Big Mac, Biggie Mac. Anyways, yeah. And today we're gonna talk about social media. So, first question is, what is your opinion on social media?
I think social media can be both positive and negative. I think it has good like ideas to it, like helping with stuff and all that, but it can also be negative because it can be unrealistic. It can set like higher standards or like expectations for people, whether it's like looks or like experiences, and it can have people feeling like insecure or like bad about themselves. And I also noticed that stuff like TikTok can really ruin like attention spans. It's like when you go to the movies or you watch a movie with someone, like a 2-hour movie, maybe even like hour and a half, and someone just picks up their phone and goes immediately to scroll TikTok, doom scroll. So it can really affect your attention span, and yeah.
Okay, my opinion on social media, it's like also like you said, positive and negative. Like, but I think it's mostly negative, honestly, just because like in the positive thing, it's when you're looking. It's like a good place to resource, like a good resource place, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's a good place to go to for when you're searching something up. Like sometimes it can be better than Google, like going on Google. So for example, when you're looking up like a product that you want to buy, and sometimes people go on TikTok more than they go on Google because it actually helps more sometimes. But at the same time, sometimes it doesn't, because sometimes you're on TikTok and you're like looking at this product to go buy, but most of the time, those people that are reviewing products, like they're the ones that are getting paid to, like, what's the word? Like
Sponsors?
Sponsored, yeah. So sometimes you can't trust them. So like you have to be really careful with that. You have to be really careful with that. For example, like the brand Bloom. Have you heard of that brand?
Yeah.
Like that brand, like it's all the influencers that are like sponsoring that.
It's like a green juice.
Yeah, and like people say it's really bad, but because they're getting paid, obviously they'll be like, oh, like it's so good. But it even looks bad.
I don't even understand what it is. Is it like
It's like a green juice, like, and it's like good for your gut health or whatever. And I'm like, girl, it looks bad. And like obviously, like sometimes stuff that are healthy, they look bad, but people just say like it's straight up bad, and like it probably isn't even good for you. So that's when it's like you have to be careful what you're going out and buying, because most of the time it's like people that are sponsored and are being paid to, talk about this product that is so great and stuff like that. So you have to be really careful with social media.
I think that's why it's like the influencer stuff, that they like influence a lot of people to buy stuff, and then you end up like buying it. And it's like TikTok like hype this up, like it's not even that good.
And it's not even good.
Like it's just
So that's why you have to be careful.
consumerism, taking your money, like over consumerism. It can get too addictive.
Yeah,
Like, not obviously not a positive thing, but like the resource stuff, it can get too addicting, and then people
and just social media in general, not just TikTok, but social media in general. Like
Instagram Reels.
Yeah, the amount of time people spend on social media is crazy, and that's speaking for myself. Like I spend too much time on social media, and people keep telling me, like specifically my parents, like they're always like, oh, you need to stop using social media, or just stop using your phone in general. I'm like, oh yeah, I should, but I never do, because it's just that addictive, and I think it really affects people's just like life, because they're spending more time on their phones than they are in like the real world, and it's kind of it's not good for them. And also the negative side of TikTok is like you can never trust what people post. Does that make sense? Like people post like what's it called? Like they post stuff that they want other people to see to make them think that like, oh, I have this great life and you don't. You know what I mean? But like
FOMO.
Yeah, exactly. But in reality, like you probably don't know, Because like it may seem like they have a great life, but they probably don't, honestly. So like for example, me, I post stuff that I want people to see. Like I want them to think that I have like a great life, but like not saying that I don't have a good life, but you know, you never know what that person is like going through. Because like they may be showing this completely different side to them that is actually really different.
Something I'm guilty about is that I look up stuff on social media, like specifically TikTok, because I feel like TikTok is one of those apps where they just know everything. Like about, it's like, like it's so like accurate to you and stuff. That's why my reposts are like full every day.
I love reposting videos.
I love reposting. But sometimes I'll even catch myself looking up the most normal things just to see if other people relate. I literally today, I went for a walk and I literally looked up like going on walks alone, like on TikTok, like if other people do that. And of course other people do that, like I know it's normal, but I was like, it's kind of like, I feel like TikTok can take away creativity because I look up stuff like how do I explain this? It's one thing to look for like ideas, like, oh, this idea, like if you're, I understand that. But sometimes I feel like I was talking about this with my friend the other day, it was like creativity that I feel like a lot of people on TikTok, they like lack creativity. Where's the dog?
I think his story.
The dog is like sleeping, watching us. But I feel like it lacks a lot of creativity. Like a lot of people just like make fun of everything all the time, and I literally talk about this all the time because it bothers me so much that everyone on social media can be really negative. I feel like there's not a lot of like positivity anymore. Everyone is just like calling everything weird, cringy, corny, and that's why people get embarrassed to do stuff.
Yes. Oh my god,
Like,
I agree so much.
How many videos have I seen and people are like, how I wish I could dress if I wouldn't get made fun of.
Yeah, like
How I wish I could do this without getting made fun of.
I agree on that. Like people are constantly feeling embarrassed for doing like the littlest things. I'm like, why? You should feel embarrassed. Like for example,
Be yourself.
this video. For example, this podcast. Like I know so many people that are like embarrassed to just talk because they're afraid of what others might think or whatever. You know, I don't know what they feel. But it's mostly embarrassment, right? And I'm like, trust me, like when I was like the first video, I felt so embarrassed. I was like, oh, I was just thinking about like what other people might think of this video or of me. But at the end of the day, like I just ignore it and I just like keep on going because, you know, if the day comes where like someone was to like, you know, make fun of me, I'd be like, if anything, it's like a bad thing for them. Because why are you going out of your way to go make fun of someone? Like that's more embarrassing for them than it is for me. Does that make sense? And just like bullying people in general, like why? Like it's so unnecessary.
And people don't even care 90% of the time. Like, I'm on the bulletin. How many times have I gotten told, like, that's embarrassing or people make fun of me? Literally never. I think about it more than other people. Like, more people are so wrapped up in what they think about themselves. Like, I'll be walking around school and I'll be thinking, like, oh, does like my jeans look weird? Does my hair look weird? Does my makeup look weird? Like, I wear bangs, and when it's, like, windy, they're, like, all over the place, especially because I have curly hair, so I can't have, like, the perfect straight bangs. They're like wavy. I'm like, oh my gosh, it looks bad. I guarantee like 95% of people walking, they don't even notice because they're thinking about themselves. They're like, oh, well, does my hair look bad? Does my shirt? Does this? Like, people care too much. Like, I'm guilty of it too. Like, I care too much about what other people think, but at the end of the day, people care more about themselves because it's their lives.
Yeah.
Like, other people are just like side people in their lives, and they're like the main people like in their lives.
Yeah, that's just a little advice for you guys. Don't worry what other people might think because most of the time they're just worried about themselves. So, you know, if you want to dress a certain way, then go ahead and do it. Like, and if they do make fun of them, you're like,
that's their issue.
That's their problem.
That's their issue.
And they're probably going through something too. You know, just going out of their way to go make fun of someone. Like that's honestly dumb. At the end of the day, life is short. I always say life is short. So just do whatever makes you happy. Next question. How old were you when you got social media?
I think I was like 7. Okay, I got my first iPad in like 2nd grade, and I had Like I was on YouTube, Musically, Instagram, and my account is still up, guys. Like I know we were just talking about, oh, don't worry about what other people think, but if somebody searches up my name right now on Instagram,
Oh, don't
maybe I shouldn't say that, but like
yeah.
it's bad. But then I also think like, okay, I was like in elementary. Like, what did you guys post when you were like 4th grade, 5th grade?
I
like
did the same thing. I remember doing the same thing, but it wasn't on my account. It was. Wait, actually, I think I did have an account myself, but I remember I think I was like 5 years old when I was like posting on Musically on my cousin's account or like my brother's account. So it wasn't really my account, but when I had social media, I think I got social media like I think it was 10 or 11 years old. But I wasn't allowed to use my phone. I was only allowed to use my phone on weekends. So that's when I would go on social media and blah blah blah. But it didn't like affect me as much as like now, because obviously I'm allowed to use my phone more. So I definitely think social media, or just like the how do you say, like the amount of time that I spend like on my phone in general is crazy, and like other people too. So
it gets in the way of a lot of me trying to be productive for sure.
yeah, oh my god, yeah. And I think that's a lot of people struggle with, especially high school students. So
Yeah.
another piece of advice is don't spend so much time on just your phone in general. Honestly, try to minimize your time, because honestly, it's gonna be worth it, I guess, because you get to see what is really going on in the real world.
Yeah.
So yeah, and sometimes it feels good not being on social media for that much time. So yeah. Okay, final thing that I wanted to mention was what are the struggles that people go through when going on social media?
People can like we said, there's like unrealistic things, and people can see that and maybe feel like bad about themselves because they're like, why don't I look like this? Why don't I have this body? Why don't I have this style? And I'm guilty of that too. Like I'll see videos of these like girls and I'm like, they look so pretty, like their skin is so clear, their like hair, this and that, and it's like I'm not saying that I think I look bad, but like I just like there are some times where I think like, oh, I want to look like this, I want to look like this, but social media can be really like unrealistic. Like people edit things and like, you know, like in real life people like don't look the same way as they do, so like we just shouldn't feel bad because like you know what I mean.
Issues like it increases mental health issues because people are constantly seeing what other people's lives look like, or they think, like for example, like the beauty, what is the word, beauty
Standard.
yeah
Standard.
like beauty standards. People are constantly trying to see what's new in social media, and they want to meet all the beauty standards, but you know, sometimes they can't, or sometimes they feel like it's not enough, you know what I mean, just because they see other people on social media doing more. But again, in reality, you don't know what is actually happening behind the scenes. So I think just don't constantly worry about those things, because it's not a big deal, or it shouldn't be a big deal. That
Life is so like pretty.
okay,
The world is so pretty.
I
you know?
have a little quote of the. Remember, we have a little quote of the video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Quote of the day.
Okay. Quote of the day is, happiness is not measured in likes or followers. Yeah. I don't know who it's
Period.
by.
Oh,
but-
Period. But measure happiness in
Yeah. Measure happiness in like.
where you are in the moment. Enjoy the moment that you're in. And look,
Yeah.
even if I'm with my friends sometimes, I will catch myself being on my phone. But it's like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like I enjoy my friends' company
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. But I need to be more like present sometimes.
Yeah.
like,
We need to all be present.
we need to all be present. Like
yeah, 100%.
we're too glued to our phones.
Every time I'm in class, I constantly see like, oh, like the person on the right of me is like on social media. I'm like,
Like you'll be surprised what hobbies you can like acquire.
Because I
Like-
feel like I've missed a lot on life in general, because
Yeah.
I've been so consumed over social media. So
get back into things that you used to like. I just got back into reading. I hadn't read in like 6 months, and I got back into it like 2 months ago, and I'm like, like I missed it. It was
Okay,
nice.
yeah.
Another
So,
thing.
what are some things that people can do to replace their social media time? So, like hobbies. Like, what are some things that they can find?
I like painting, baking, dancing,
Okay.
reading.
Yeah.
Even little things. I was talking about this with my brother. I was like, doing like little things like collecting stuff can give you like a sense of like purpose. Like I collect CDs, posters, little like trinkets, like the little like calico critters and stuff. Like
Yeah.
find a little thing that you want to collect. It can be something as little as like stickers or draw. Like you'd be surprised. Like just try something new, something that you like would never expect yourself to like. Like a year ago, you would have been like, I'm never doing this. And it can be like trying a new genre of movies or shows, reading a new type of book, and yeah.
Yeah, and there's also like not just like obviously finding other hobbies.
Oh.
finding other hobbies besides using social media. But again, like we're not saying like, oh, social media is like the worst thing in the world. Like you shouldn't use social media. Like no,
Yeah.
we are obviously.
I love
we
TikTok.
always constantly are on social media. But maybe find like the positive side of social media instead of just worrying about what other people are doing. Maybe do something fun that involves social media, such as like I always see people post on Pinterest. That's something that I do. Like I post on Pinterest just like little things because Pinterest is something that like a lot of people use. So, and I heard that people get money off of it. So, it comes with that benefit, I guess, if you
A lot of
are
people sell
successful
their
in
stuff.
Pinterest. Yeah, so like selling stuff on Depop, for example. What else? And yeah, like on TikTok, like people post like some edits and like people are in love with them. So just finding like those little
Love my edits folder.
yeah, and I'm constantly saving videos on TikTok. So
Yeah.
you never know when I'll save your video one day. So
Yep. Exactly.
yeah, so just find those positive and negative sides of social media. Yeah, guys.
That concludes this episode.
Yeah, that concludes our second episode.
Yep.
We shortened this episode a lot more than the last video, so hopefully you guys like that. So that's it.
Well, thank you guys for watching.
Thank you guys.
Stick around for
our
another
next
episode in the future.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you guys.
Like, follow,
Subscribe, share.
and if you
I don't know.
go to our school meetings in R13 with Mr. Morera once a month, but we haven't been really consistent with that, but we're trying. But yeah, that's it. Bye guys.